Welcome back, football fam. We about to hit y'all with another one. This is gonna be our final ranking of the quarterbacks, our top 10 quarterbacks heading into the NFL draft. Just 10 days away. Tyler, we finally made it, man. Are you happy?
I'm happy and sad because after this, we'll be covering too much college content. When we got spring training coming up, we got some special guests coming up, but we'll have more sports items to talk about. But getting down to the wire, it's our first year doing this, so just keep sticking with us, and we're getting better each day. Like I said, we're busy people, so
Most definitely, man. Let's get on to the first quarterback on the list. We're gonna start off with the small school guy, the lefty himself, Mr. Cole Payton from North Dakota State. 23 years old, 6'3", 233 pounds. Some of the things I liked about him was he's his dual threat ability. He has good size. His playmaking instincts when breaking out of the pocket, I think they were really good. Some things that concern me about him, he is a left-handed quarterback. That's not for everybody. Is the trajectory leaves the hands a little different. Receivers read it a little different, so they can't slow the offense down. Well, I didn't say slow the offense down, but slow down the installment of the offense as they get used to each other. And more concerning, his mechanics are a little bit choppy, especially his footwork. He needs to work on that. He's only been a 1 year starter at the FCS level, so he probably didn't get a lot of individual coaching. But it's a pretty good starting point. It's a weak quarterback class. He's coming in at 10. You got any thoughts on Mr. Cole Payton?
yeah, he surprised me at the combine. I'll tell you that. I didn't realize he was that fast, that strong. So I mean, he's definitely a product, and I think he can be a good backup in this league.
He would be a good backup. I think he can be. I think he can do that. And I don't know if I would ever say he'll be a franchise guy, but
I ain't saying that.
he could be a Gardner Minshew type.
Yep. Like you could see him 1 year. Maybe he could be a bridge quarterback 1 year. When he get,
There you go. That's something he could. I can see him doing that. This next one might surprise you because we haven't talked about him a lot. But this is just a guy I had to go back and look at a little bit because I really like his game, and I think he deserves some placement on the list. And that guy is Mr. Kyron Drones at Virginia Tech. He's coming in at number 9, 22 years old, 6'2", 235 pounds. Uh, his best part of his game is like really what I like in my quarterbacks. He's an elite dual threat quarterback. His ability to just run over people as they try to tackle him or sack him, I think is really good. He has a little bit of speed and shape to him, but he's really dangerous as far as like breaking those tackles when you try to tackle him. And he's not afraid to push the ball down the field. And I really like that about him. Some concerns I have with him are some cons, you would say. He is injury prone. He's had a turf toe, MCL, and stress fracture throughout his career. And he's also reckless with the football. He plays a little bit of hero ball that gets him in trouble. And it could be the fact that he don't have the best talent around him. I think talent will be upticking at Virginia Tech with James Franklin on staff. So Kyron Jones is leaving a little too soon. But hey, what's your thoughts on him?
I think he ran out of eligibility.
Yeah, he did. He ran out.
So I mean, in an age where you can transfer. He should have left. But I'm not a Kyron Jones truther. Yes, he's a good quarterback, but there's like I said, the recklessness with the football. The Can he win the big games? I don't think he can. I didn't see it. Like even the first game of the year. Well, I think we picked him to win the game in our pick'ems, and he didn't show up to me. So
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not.
it's it's a lot of quarterbacks on this list that have issues winning big games. We're gonna talk about it. Um, I like his toughness though. That's one thing I didn't bring up. He is pretty tough.
He is
So I
tough.
want him.
He's definitely tough, and he's talented.
He played through a lot. He played through a lot of injuries. Uh, let's move on to number 8. This is a guy we talked about quite a bit. Mr. Sawyer Robinson out of Baylor. He's 23 years old. I could not find any verified measurables on him, so I decided to leave him off. He's not that tall. I will say that. Some of his pros. I think he has the strongest one of the, if not, he has probably one of the strongest 2 or 3 arms in the draft. as
Mm-hmm.
far as arm strength wise. He has a lot of experience. I like his pocket presence as well. Some of his cons, he's a little inconsistent with his accuracy. He's reckless with the football as well. He's really bad handling pressure. He has a bad throwing motion, and he's played in a simplified offense. It's about as he's just that's about how I can put it. The more I looked into it, the more I kind of dropped him a little bit. I had him up there a lot higher. But what's your thoughts on Sawyer Robinson?
Yeah, man, strong arm, experience. He throws a lot of touchdowns. Also throws a lot of interceptions. So, but I think he's a starting quarterback in this league. Like, I think he could end up being a starting quarterback.
Okay. The throwing motion is a little wacky. I think he's gonna get some balls batted down to the line of scrimmage. We'll see how that goes. Uh, let's move on to the next guy. The next guy, I'm really excited about this guy. It took a lot for me not to put this guy in the top five. And that's Mr. Traylon Green out of Arkansas, 23 years old, 6'6", 235 pounds. This man is a unit, world class athlete. Um, he had one of the top 10 fastest 40 times of all time for quarterbacks. Elite size at 6'6", 235. Great runner. He runs with speed and power. I want to put that on there. And he's an experienced starter. 4 years as a starter at Arkansas and Boise State combined. This is a guy who played a lot of football. His cons, again, hero ball. I mean, he forces himself to make plays, and then he gets his team and himself in trouble a lot with that. So he had to put his decision making on there, and his processing speed is not up to par. It's a little bit slow. He looks like a one read and go type of quarterback. He breaks down under pressure. Your thoughts?
If you were if you were gonna put him in the top five, then I hope you would have put Fernando Mendoza either in front of him or behind him because they kind of back and forth for me because the processing speed, one route, one look, one read, run. That's Taylor Green. He was plagued by bad coaching. I will give him the benefit of the doubt. He was plagued by really bad coaching. Yeah, we didn't have a lot of weapons, but
You talking about Sam Pittman?
Hmm?
Talking about Sam Pittman?
Because they fired the coach and they had an intern coach. So,
Yeah.
like I said, era of transfers. He could transfer again. Nobody would have got mad at him. But I like Taylor Green's potential. I hate the word potential, but he has excellent potential for this league. He is a product, but he has to read a defense. He can't just take off after not seeing the first read's not open. That's going to be his biggest thing.
Somebody's gonna fall in love with him, and he's gonna get drafted early. Would not be surprised he goes day two, because somebody's gonna fall in love with all the measurables and his athletic ability, and they're gonna give him a shot. I just don't. You remember Matt Jones,
Matt Jones?
Terrell Pryor?
Yeah.
Yeah, Terrell Pryor. You remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah, this Matt Jones is an Arkansas quarterback, and Terrell Pryor was a quarterback at Ohio State, and both of those guys kind of had to change positions, and they did pretty good in the NFL. Well, Matt Jones did pretty good. They did all right. They're going to say they did pretty good. They did all right.
Terrell Pryor had a good NFL career. I'll give him. He had a good NFL career. I think he had like a 900-yard receiving season.
I think he'd be better than both of those guys if he switched positions. Can he make it at quarterback? I don't know. I mean, the tools are there, but it's a lot to put together. So, I mean, I like him. I just don't know if I would put my job on it, you know.
I mean, this is gonna sound crazy, but if Kirk Cousins made it as a quarterback, a 4th-round pick, drafted the same year as RG3, initially came in, was surrounded by a fan. We know the coaching staff that Kirk Cousins had his rookie year and second year. If Taylor Green can end up in a situation like that, I think he can flourish.
Okay. Let's hope he gets the right spot for him.
Exactly.
Maybe he can go somewhere like, the LA Rams or someone that he can sit and watch and learn for a year. San Francisco 49ers would be good.
I was thinking the Lions.
Lions would be good, yeah. I don't know about their quarterback development, but we'll see. Maybe he can go to the Commanders and they can sit him behind Jaden Daniels, and they kind of had the same kind of style. And he can be a bigger version of Jalen. I mean, Jalen Daniels, if Jaden Daniels needs a breather, needs a week off, or
Mm-hmm.
God forbid he gets hurt again,
Yep.
something like that.
Run the same
But
offense.
yeah, you don't have to change the offense up too much. Moving on. Moving on to number 6. This is another guy. I'm kind of like Traylon Green more than I like this guy, but this guy has a better chance of being a quarterback. That's Garrett Nussmeier, LSU, 24 years of age, 6'1", 205 pounds. The guy's a mixed bag, and
Literally.
I want to start off. I want to start off by saying this: if his last name was not Nussmeier, would you still draft him? Would you still want him?
I don't want to wear his last name.
I think he getting a lot of elevation based off his last name, and we'll see how that goes. Like you see a guy last year like Shadur Sanders, they're talking about, oh, did he just if his name was Sanders, you wouldn't draft. I was still probably drafting him. I still thought he was probably second or third best quarterback in the draft, even with his last name being Sanders. If his last name wasn't Sanders, it's just me though. But anyway, back to Garrett Nussmeier. Some of the pros, he's high level velocity on his tight one of throws. Pocket presence, his timing is good. He has nice intangibles. He's very coachable. Like I said, his dad's offense coordinator in the NFL, so he knows what's going on. He knows lingo. He has pretty good toughness. Played through some injuries this year, and he has some good leadership qualities to him. We'll see what they are, but man, he got a long list of cons, and I kind of ran out of space. But his mobility is an issue to me. Easily rattled under pressure, injury prone. He also has limited starts. That's something they talk about another quarterback in this draft, the limited amount of starts he has. Well, so does Garrett Nussmeier. And the decision making leaves a little bit to be desired. I never really saw one game where I was like, okay, this is the guy. I never saw that from him. I mean, then he came into this year, he's all this hype, and I was like dumbfounded by how everybody say this guy's going to be the top quarterback in the class, and they just kind of threw me off. So, you got any input on Garrett Nussmeier? Am I too harsh on him?
No, he's trash. Like he's a big old pile of trash.
I ain't gonna call him trash, man. He ain't trash now.
I'm sorry, he's not
He ain't
trash. He's not good. He's not good. He should be undrafted. I don't think he. I don't think he was really injured. I think the team just was like, you know what, just stop. Just what Brian Kelly's gone. Just stop. We don't need you. Dude, just get ready for the draft. I think that's what the team did. But he's.
I feel like they confirmed it that he was some kind of oblique injury. I don't know. They said it was a rare oblique. It's something that didn't normally happen. So,
not buying it, but
okay. Yeah, every right to believe that.
I would never say guys fake injuries, but I do believe teams will fake a guy's injury.
I feel you on that. And I will say this quarterback class, it's a mixed bag, man. It's not a lot of separation from these guys, to be honest with you. From really, because I went 15 deep, and really from 6 to 15, really 5 to 15, you can rank these guys anywhere if you ask me. There's not a lot of difference. And moving on to one of my personal favorite quarterbacks, number 5, that a lot of people hurt my heart on when they said another quarterback was better than him. We talking about Mr. Haynes King, quarterback at Georgia Tech, 25 years old, and I realized that man was 25. 6'3", 215 pounds. Real good athlete, man. Elite athlete. Dangerous runner. He's had games this year where he's ran for 200 yards multiple times. I think he did it 4 times this year. He's had more 200-yard rushing games than Fernando Mendoza has had 300-yard passing games. Let that sink in. His high football IQ is son of a legendary high school football coach in Texas. His deep ball passing much improved in 2025. I think he has one of the best deep balls in the league this year. And I'm not gonna say the league, in college this year. Some of the cons in the past, he has been turnover prone. Hopefully he's got over that. He didn't look turnover prone this year.
Mm-hmm.
He does have a slow release, so he will need a strong offensive line. His ability to read defense is also limited. He is another guy who makes 1 or 2 reads and throws the ball. I would say he reads 1 or 2 times. He makes 1 or 2 reads more often than he makes one. He comes from a gimmick offense, a lot of RPO design, quarterback run stuff. So you'll be seeing less of that in the NFL. So how will he adjust? That's one concern you can have with him. But I kind of like his size. I like his toughness. He's a guy who played through some injuries as
Mm-hmm.
well. Never missed a start. Never missed a game. Uh, the rumors of him pissing out blood and all this other stuff and going out to practice the next day. So that's the type of guy you want in your locker room. I'm a big Haynes King believer. I think he's gonna make it in this league. Somebody's gonna give him a chance. Just like gonna give Taylor Green a chance. Just like gonna give Gary Nussmeier a chance. I think he can rank any. These guys interchangeable places to me. Your thoughts on Haynes King?
Haynes King's the top four. He's in my top four quarterbacks this draft. Like he's at five. It's okay, but I think he's top four. He might be top three because you can't tell me the man who carried a Georgia Tech team to 9-0 and one of the top three quarterbacks in this league with no talent. We've been on this channel talking about how he has no talent around him. So I get the turnover prone and ability to read defenses, but my thing about him not being able to read defenses was anybody open. Like I get he can't, but was anybody open to pass it to? Because and then his offensive line wasn't the best in pass block because they run block so much. So I think Hayes King he can be moved up a notch. I know you probably got somebody in front of him that could probably go down a notch, but it's probably interchangeable. And one guy actually has an injury, and we don't even know if it's healed yet. But that's just me.
Yeah, that guy's next.
So yeah, I think they could switch a little bit, but yeah, I'm a Haynes King believer, man. Look, he won me that this year, especially after that Colorado game.
Yeah, man, I love Mr. Haynes King. Gonna be weird watching football this year, but now him college football, him not in it. I've been a big fan of his for a couple of years now. Still can't believe people say they'd rather have Diego Pavia over him when we put the poll out. They just really bothered me to my core. So that's why I really didn't talk about it a lot. But yeah, that's crazy. But on to number 4 on the list, the guy you just alluded to with the injury, Mr. Drew Aller from Penn State. 22 years old, 6'5", 228 pounds.
I was thinking somebody else.
Oh, okay.
He should definitely be ahead of Drew Aller. Definitely. now I'm irritated.
We talking about a guy who was a 5-star prospect, #1 quarterback coming out in his class in high school. So he got a little bump because of that. He's 6'5", 228 pounds. He won a bunch of awards in high school. Some of his pros, like I said, his size. He's effective in structure. He's probably a guy who can play in a lot of different offenses in the NFL and kind of fit in. I think he's one of those, what you call it, plug-and-play quarterback. I think he can pretty much play in any system. That's why I put him above a lot of other guys. And he has this, like, textbook release. It's called the 45-degree throwing angle. If you look it up, Peyton Manning has the same throwing angle. And, I'm not saying that man Peyton Manning, but they do throw the ball the same way. So there's got to be something to that. And he's a solid decision maker. A lot of these other guys were really turnover prone. But he's pretty safe with the football, so I gave him a bump because of that. Some of my cons, and I think they're some strong ones, he shrinks under pressure. I didn't see him win not one big game in college, so don't expect him to be a savior for your franchise. Footwork inconsistencies are there. He's terrible at his footwork. His footwork probably worse than Cole Payton at North Dakota State. And Cole Payton plays at North Dakota State. You play at Penn State. Why is your footwork worse than his? They need to work on that. And I think he has development concerns. I think he's really just going off of what he was in high school. And I don't really think he's gotten too much better than what he was. In high school, he was like leaps and bounds better than everybody else. And I think everybody's starting to catch up, and he's kind of the same kind of prospect. And I think that's why he is what he is. I think that's why he's so polarizing right now in the draft. I'm giving the guy the benefit of the doubt. I'm thinking it's more bad coaching at Penn State than it is him. I'm gonna give him a benefit of the doubt because he has a beautiful throwing motion. Gotta give him credit for that. He has a strong arm. I think maybe the right team can develop him. Your thoughts?
Well, do you know where he went to high school at? What state?
I think it was in Pennsylvania. Yeah, Pennsylvania. He went to Pennsylvania, somewhere in high school in Pennsylvania.
He was he was blowing people away in Pennsylvania high school.
I'm pretty sure he played at private school. They probably played all across the country, man. I don't know.
Like we just know Haynes King played in the big Texas.
I remember being a fan following high school recruiting, and this man's name was everywhere.
I'm just saying, one guy played in the Big South in Texas, where we know high school football exists in Texas. So
football is king.
So past that, I do like Drew Allen's. I do like his throwing motion, and I do like that he can run it. He can run an NFL offense. I know he can run an NFL offense. He's smart. He has a high IQ. But the big games, man, he shrinks. It's like we know Penn State for their defense. They had one of the best high school recruits in quarterback position, and they did nothing. And he had two great running backs, and he had a receiver, but then the receiver left. So, are we gonna blame James Franklin, or did he not? Or we just gonna say he's not that guy?
I think maybe I don't know if James Franklin is a guy known for developing quarterbacks, but I know James Franklin should have had better talent than they did at Penn State. And I think James Franklin realizes that too.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's making that adjustment at Virginia Tech. Of course, that's too late for Drew Aller, but I think the guy can. I don't know how good he can be. Could he be Joe Flacco right now? Like, you think he could be that as good as Joe Flacco is right now? Could Drew Aller get there?
Joe Flacco's still damn good, so I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's not as good as he used to be, but he's definitely still good.
Yeah.
So could he be that level? Is that good enough to be top 4 in this class?
I mean, yeah, this is a weak class.
Yeah, so.
This is what I'm saying. All these quarterbacks who we're talking about right now, this was their time to come out. I think they know it.
Yeah.
I wish one guy would have came out, but I'll say that for the end of the video.
Go say it.
I wish. Let me mention this: if Rocco Beck came out right now, where are we ranking him?
Rocco Beck. I mean, just blind ranking, he definitely top 3. Not top 2. Just blind ranking.
That's what I'm saying. So we know next year has the potential to be one of the best QB classes ever, including him coming out. So that's
Josh Hoover too.
That's and Sorsby, and so this is all these guys coming out. So yeah. I'm just thinking about how all these guys who came out this year, they know Arch.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Darian Minson, maybe.
Julian Sam.
Yeah, you're right.
Dante Moore. Right. Dante Moore. BJ Lagway.
I just never really sat down and thought about it. You're right. All those guys can't come out next year. You got Lenore Sellers in South Carolina. He rebound his career. But
so that's what I'm saying. Sam Levitt. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's
why. Right. This is the year.
This is the year you come out. So I think he knows that he has a lot to prove because, like I said, this year is weak. So this is really apple and oranges. Let's be honest, any of these guys could really be a first round pick if teams need quarterbacks. But so a lot of teams this year don't need a quarterback. So back to Drew Aller, I got off topic. I think he'll be a day 3 pick. I don't think he'll go undrafted. But he needs to end up in a city like I can see him working with the Atlanta Falcons, or I can see him possibly working with the Minnesota Vikings. He needs to go somewhere where a coach can coach a quarterback.
I think he's had top 30 visits with the Jets and the Steelers.
Oh,
I know he's heavily linked to both teams. We'll see how that goes.
Don't do it, Drew.
Let's close the book on Mr. Drew Aller. Let's move on to the number 3 quarterback on my list. And he's been there for basically the whole draft process. Carson Beck, man, out of Miami. 23 years old, 6'4", 220 pounds. Some of the things I like about Carson Beck, some of the things I liked about him last year, and I think they just haven't changed. I think he's probably one of the best quarterbacks in this draft, if not the best quarterback in this draft class, with his accuracy and timing thrown over the middle. He has really good size, and he's elite at processing. He regularly makes his third, fourth read when making the quarterback, when making decisions as the quarterback. I think he's a guy who can come in, another plug and play quarterback, and basically go in any offense. Well, I ain't gonna say any offense. He's not a runner, but he can go just a lot of offenses. It's kind of just plug and play quarterback. I think he fit with a lot of teams: 49ers, Rams, Lions, Bengals. All these backup jobs. I think he can be a backup anywhere. He could possibly be the starter at a place like Arizona, New York, Atlanta. Miami. Not Miami. Sorry, they just got their quarterback. No disrespect to Mans, but yeah. So
You said it right.
some of his cons. Gotta admit, he struggles under pressure. He's 3 games this year. He threw game-ending interceptions. You can't ignore that. One of those happened to be in a national championship game. I think the bigger issue is, and I think the biggest concern is, he's lost a little zip on his passes. Like he was on a pitch count in Miami. They didn't throw it too deep too often with him, because I think he is recovering from that nasty arm injury he suffered last year at Georgia.
I don't think they had to though, because they had such a strong run game. They didn't have to throw it deep.
Yeah, but at times they needed to. Like the national championship game, they needed him to push that ball down the field. Yeah. He threw the ball to the right guy. He made the right read. He just didn't have enough under the pass. I think it's because he just didn't have it. He didn't have the shoulder strength behind the throw. And I think that's why I came a little short. He gutsy play. He knew the right play to make. He just couldn't make it. So, that's a concern. But at the pro day and at the NFL combine, he looked a lot stronger. That could be from time off. He hadn't been throwing as much. Arm looked stronger. He had I think he had the strongest arm in the NFL combine. And that's saying a lot, because Drew Aller and Sawyer Robinson was there, and I think both of those arms, them regularly would be stronger than Carson Beck. So, that's my thoughts on that. You got anything else on Carson?
I'm gonna ask you this. Mm-hmm. Non-biased, but do you think he's able to make those third and fourth reads, because he's been at 2 places with elite offensive lines? Do you think that helps a lot?
What do you mean 2 places?
Like Georgia and then Miami.
Man, Georgia offensive line nowhere near as good as Miami's. It hasn't been for years now. So I give Carson Beck the credit of saying he elevated Georgia.
I saw he definitely elevated Georgia.
Looking at Georgia quarterback play this year, it wasn't that great to me.
No, he definitely elevated Georgia. That's all. I know that for a fact. He was pushed out.
I think he's better than Gunnar Stockton. I'm sorry.
Definitely. But that's what I'm saying.
Saying that the dude, I don't understand any Georgia receiver wanting to play with. Let's not go there. But yeah. So
but this is what I'm saying. So they came back at Miami. Do you think he's able to make those third and fourth reads because of the offensive line?
I think so. Yes, he has the time to do so most of the time.
So if you put him behind a bad offensive line, do you think he still makes those reads?
He reads faster than most, so maybe he gets through the second, maybe he gets to the third occasionally. But
right. Because we know you're not going to get to every read. We know that for a fact.
I just think if he gets to that third read in the NFL, he needs to check it down, because he's not much of a runner. So he's going to take some sacks. So it's going to be something you're going to have to switch up. He's going to take a lot of hits. He reminds me a little bit of, what's the guy from the Raiders? The backup quarter.
Aiden O'Connell.
There you go, O'Connell. I think they got a lot of similarities in the game.
You taking Carson Beck over Haynes King?
Yeah. I mean, I guess because he's more proven. He's been in the pro style offense, so he's the safer pick. Maybe Haynes King has more upside, but that's just me. A lot of people don't believe in Haynes King, so
I know, we do. That's what I'm saying. It's just a question.
Yeah, I have him ranked ahead of Haynes King for that reason. I think he's a safer prospect. But it's not the Carson Bay video. So we're gonna move on to the next guy. Another guy we talked a lot about. Number 2 quarterback on the list, Fernando Mendoza, national champion and Heisman Trophy winning quarterback for Indiana, 22 years old, 6'5", 236 pounds. Yes, I have Fernando Mendoza at number 2. I couldn't stomach it anymore. I had to be true to myself before the draft. I just don't think this man's the best quarterback in the draft. I think he's closer to 3 than he is to 1. Some of his pros, his back shoulder throws on the sideline, probably some of the best throws you'll see in college football. And he's going to take that to the NFL. It's going to work. It's going to be magic.
That's all he did. Of course it is.
But I feel like this is the only throw he got. He's good at protecting the football. He has pretty solid toughness. Some of his cons, his demeanor, man, it ain't going to be for everybody. He has a lot of Kirk Cousins in him, a little kind of a cornball type of personality. I mean, it doesn't bother me, but a lot of people probably ain't going to like that. His arm strength to me is just okay. He has only 1 year of elite production, if you really want to call it elite, because he only had 1 game this season where he threw over 300 yards. I think that needs to be talked about now because I think it happened against the FCS school, not the FBS school. I think it happened against Indiana State or something like that. And another thing I want to talk about, I want y'all to keep this energy because every time before he throws the ball, he pats it. They said, oh, there's a quarterback last year that did that. It's a dead giveaway. He about to throw the ball because every time he pat it, he throw it, it's going to get picked. Watch. They said that about a quarterback last year. Why is no one saying that about Fernando Mendoza? Every time before he throws the ball, he pats it.
I've seen people talk about it, but I've also seen people say, like, it's not even a big deal. Like, a lot of people do it.
Me, personally, I don't think it's a big deal. I think a lot of quarterbacks do
it. They probably all do.
When Shedeur Sanders was doing it last year, everybody had a problem with it. So, now that Fernando Mendoza was doing it, ain't nobody really talking about it. I also think he got real shaky footwork, and he's coming from another guy like Haynes King. He's coming from a gimmick offense that's run heavy. And I feel like when they needed a play to be made, say what you want, but I think they went to the run game before they went to Fernando Mendoza, especially in that national championship game. I dare you all to go back and watch it. When it was time for third down to pick something up, they went on the ground with the run game because they trust the offensive line, they trust the running backs. And I think that's something that people need to pay attention to. I'm not saying the dude can't play. I'm not saying that at all. He's really number 2 on the list. I just don't think that they're doing doing Fernando Mendoza any justice by making him the number 1 pick overall. I think the Las Vegas Raiders have other needs they should get addressed, and they should get a quarterback later, or just get them later on in the draft. I don't really think any quarterback should be taken in the top 10 this year. Just putting it out there. But, yeah, he's number 2. Your thoughts on Fernando Mendoza?
Yeah, this guy should be undrafted, but that's just me. But really though, I'm not. You know me. I've ragged on him the whole season, the whole year, going to the new year. I don't see it. Like, I'm sorry, when he was at Cal, he did nothing. Like we get the coach got fired the next year, but if you're that dude, coaching or not, you gonna make some plays. You gonna get your stats. So I don't care about the footwork. If he gets drafted by the Raiders, he's going to a run heavy team anyway. They have Ashton Genty. You better hand Ashton Genty the ball. You drafted number 5.
They got no offensive line either, by the way.
Exactly.
Well, they got a center, right? Net.
And they got a center, but he can only do so much. You can't get on that right side, left side. So he had to come out this year because next year, like we already talked about, he ain't getting drafted. Like this was the pieces fell into place for Fernando Mendoza. Literally fell into place. So
yeah,
that's what people don't talk about enough. Like they don't talk about how he wouldn't be good next year. Well, Dan Orlovsky did say this.
He had a perfect situation. And I'm going to lead this to my number 1 guy because I think my number 1 guy didn't have the perfect situation, but he made the best of it. And I know at the end of the year, I made the best quarterbacks in college football, in my opinion, and I had this guy number 1. And he came into the draft, and I'm going to leave him there. That's Ty Simpson, man. I think for most of the season, this guy was the best quarterback in football. He looked like the surefire #1 pick before the back injury. Some of his pro style offense, he knows how to run it. His processing speed is good, strong pocket presence, his accuracy and his touch, all strong. Some of the cons, 6 foot quarterback, that's not gonna be for everybody. He has the injury history. He pretty nasty injury history this year. Only 15 collegiate starts, kind of like Garrett Nussmeier as well. Not a lot of starts, and he's inconsistent with his deep ball and his ball security. But that's something you can work on in the NFL level. So to me, the size is a con, but not everybody's gonna knock him for that. I'm not gonna knock him for it. I got a #1.
Bryce Young.
Injury history, another thing. He could just had a rough year. We don't really know. So I think he's only gonna get better as he gets more starts. If I think this highly of him now, what would I think of if he starts the whole season for the Arizona Cardinals or whatever? I'm gonna think even higher of him. So, that's just my thoughts on it. Ty Simpson, he has had top 30 visits with the Cardinals, Dolphins, Browns, and Jets. I think one of those teams get him in the first round. So it's just my thoughts. Your thoughts on Ty Simpson?
Yeah, so he's the best quarterback in this draft, hands down. The inconsistency deep ball, we said that last year. We didn't know he had a back injury. I don't think we would have said that if we knew he had a back injury, because if you got a back injury, you ain't throwing the ball down deep. He probably got that back injury for running the ball so much because he didn't have any receivers open. Because we see he stopped running the ball so much. So, and then the size, Bryce Young is 5'11". The man took the Panthers to the playoffs and almost won the damn game.
You about to say Super Bowl?
Took him to the playoffs and almost won the damn game. So I don't care how tall a quarterback is. If he can play, he can play. So let's get that out the way.
I agree, man. And that's why I gotta give my guy some credit. I deserve he needed it. I wanted to do it before the draft. Ty Simpson, he is the #1 quarterback of the Gilly Boys, and we are standing on it. He is QB1 in this draft. No disrespect to anybody else. We just think Ty Simpson's the man. That's all I got to say on that. Tyler, any closing thoughts?
Ty Simpson's the man.
There you have it. Go down in the comment section. Tell us what you think. Who do we leave off the list? Diego Pavia, Miller Moss. What's his name out of Kansas? Jalen
Daniels.
So tell us what you think. Let us know in the comment section. With that, we out.